All right, so we're starting out today. Didn't do a video at the car because there was a guy there that was camping out for the night in the trailhead, which is not usually too smart. He had a fire going and everything, and his two dogs were kind of barking at Angie. So I wanted to go ahead and find out where the trail was and go ahead and get started right away. All right, so we have our first choice of the day. I could keep following segment 5, or I could start to go with a different trail that would be in red. So I could go this way, and Angie seems to like that idea. Or I could go this way, and I think that one would be the one that makes sense, just because it'll take us on a loop, and then this way has all the markers right in a row. So I might actually start to walk towards the red markers instead. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Come on, Ange. Alright, so it looks like this is where we could go. We'd be going on Woodpecker Trail. It would be about 8.5 miles back here on this loop. And then we'd have to go to Kelly's Pond and then come back on Woodpecker Trail to get back here and then walk back through the trail. So I think that's what we're gonna try and do. So that was unexpected. I did see a truck back on the trail, and I was like, that's interesting that a truck could get all the way back here, but I guess there's a trail coming in for trucks to go ahead and pass through. And then I started to hear a dirt bike, and of course Angie's up ahead of me, and I was like, oh my goodness, she's gonna get hit by a dirt bike. So I had to pull her back and come stand next to me. But if we look, there's a bunch of dirt bike marks here, so it could be a multi-use trail. I guess maybe switching off of the segment 5 wasn't the best idea if I'm gonna be running into dirt bikes every couple minutes, but right now I have Angie on leash so that I don't have to worry about it anymore. She's not liking it very much, but better safe than sorry. All right, so it looks like we're breaking off onto Kelly Pond's trail now and taking that to meet it back up with Woodpecker Trail. Or if we wanted to, we could go that way, and if in the background you can see it. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. No. There's also the big loop trail going this way, which we don't want to do today. So maybe we come back at some other point. But I think we're gonna go onto Kelly Pond's trail, hit up the other end. Sorry, I got her leash in my hand. Head up to the other side of Woodpecker Trail and then head back to segment 5. I think if I were doing this again, I probably would have just stayed on segment 5, just because it seems like this might be a multi-use trail just based off of you know, it looks like this is made to dirt bike on. Like, everything that I see, kind of the banks that are around every turn and all of the things like that, these deep cuts into the ground, it looks like people have been dirt biking here for a really long time, which is cool, but not exactly what I'm looking for in a hike, especially when I want to let Angie get off leash and run around a little bit with dirt bikes coming around the turn, and, you know, not knowing how she'll react to it. It's not very good. So we're gonna go with this one, but hopefully in the future I can go ahead and just stick to my original plan and not really decide on the fly, oh, this would be cool to go ahead and do this loop instead of just an out and back, or at least know more about the loop before I get on it. That might be a better choice. Realizing now that I've gotten out here that I forgot a collapsible bowl this time. So I'm gonna be giving her water as a cap of my drink so that she can stay hydrated. Plus I think we're coming up on some water eventually, so she can drink out of there too. But, and then I'll have to feed her snack out of the plastic bag that I brought it in. That kind of stinks. I don't know what I did with it. I thought I left it in the bag, but I guess I must have took it out this morning when I was getting ready. And if you notice, it's probably about like 60, 65 at this point. So I got to take my jacket off. Nice. Right after F271, that road, actually it's right here. I don't know if I would want to stay too close to the road like this, but it's already a pre-made camp spot, so you don't even have to go out very far or possibly, you know, have any kind of impact on the ecosystem. And you can go ahead and camp pretty quickly. Looks like a pretty nice spot, all cleared out, nice and flat. Ange definitely likes it. Smells a lot of people probably. All right, so off in the distance there is the parking lot for Kelly Pond Trailhead and the Woodpecker Trail. And so this is where we're at right now. I could come in and out a little bit. She does not like the fact that we're stopping. All right, and so we're getting back on Kelly Ponds Trail, and then we'll meet up with Woodpecker Trail on the other end of this thing. We got about 3 miles on it, so hopefully we get to see a pond along the way. Haven't seen any water, but I've seen a bunch of different people, some dogs, some dirt bikes, some cars. No ponds yet. All right, another marker. If we went this way, then we would be going to Honeymoon Trail. So we want to keep on Kelly's Pond Road, or I'm sorry, trail, and follow along this way. Here we go. Just ran into another, this time it was a quad, and they're coming around really slow. They know that people are hiking here, I guess, too, but it's just not what I'm looking for in a trail that I'm gonna like get away from people and get away from the noise and just enjoy the scenery, when you have to worry about possibly quads coming around or dirt bikes, and just putting Angie back and on and off the leash just to make sure that she's safe. But I mean, man, if that wasn't here, this place is awesome. I mean, we're really far away from the road. There's no other outside noise besides for planes. Great tree lining everywhere. Good trail. It's very clean. But I guess other people come to the woods for some other reasons, so I can't really complain about that, especially when I'm coming into their area as well, right? So, hey everybody. So, we just take a little break. Angie was just eating. I'm eating now. I'm trying out the venison epic bar. Sea salt and pepper. It was really nice. I didn't think I would like venison as much as I do, but it's a pretty good tasting bar. We're about 2 hours into our hike, which means we'll get home and back to the trail head in probably around like 12:40, which is a good time. We've had to stop a few times because people had their dogs off leash, or dirt bikes, or quads. But it's pretty quiet now. It's really nice. This area is really nice. Great tree lining back there. It looked like they were getting ready to do a burn though, which will be interesting because then they'll clear out those trees. They're all marked. Alright, well, I'm gonna finish this bar up and then I'm gonna start walking again so that I can get there by at least like 12:30, 12:40. Alright, so we're back at segment 5 of the Lone Star Trail, and is not happy with me because I'm stopping again. If I go this way, I believe I'll hit I think it's called Little Creek Lake or something. I'm gonna try that out, see where it takes me, and then we're gonna end up coming back down this way, hopefully, and heading back towards the trailhead of segment 6. All right, here we go. All right, we made it to the turnaround point. So we're gonna start heading back, go back down that trail. Hopefully we'll get some good stuff on the way back because we didn't hit Trail 5 very much, but we'll get to see it a little bit more on our way back to the trailhead of 6. That made me flinch. She went for a little dip. She found a little river and jumped right in. Splashed all over the place. Good thing we have a lot of trail left to go ahead and hike. She's super excited now. I don't know where she's going. All right, so we're back on segment 5, going back towards trailhead 6. We just crossed that pass that I talked about before. We ran a little bit just to get a little faster done because it's about 11:30, so we have an hour to get back to the car. So I wanted to go ahead and make sure that I got it done. Feeling really good. And back here, this would be like the perfect place to spend the night because there's not very much around. I mean, I heard the quads in the morning and I saw some quads earlier in the day and also some dirt bikes, but like when you get back to the Clear Creek Trail, you know, it would be really cool to come out here maybe in a second half day hike, stay out the night, do Clear Creek in the morning, and then be back out into my car in like an hour and a half so that I could be home by like 12. That would be a pretty nice trip. So that's something I definitely have to think about in the future. There's definitely some areas that you could stay over there. It looks like there might also be some campsites near Clear Creek. So I'll have to look those up, see if I can go ahead and stay there or if I have to book a stay or something. Go ahead, Ange. Go ahead. Up, up. Come on. Up, up. Good girl. Come on. Had to get out onto the road and walk a little bit. See the entrance over this way. Got Angie on a leash so that she doesn't go possibly running out into the street or getting scared by a car coming. Sounds like we have some more dirt bikers back here. Maybe it's good that I got it done so early in the morning. Otherwise, might have had some real issues with having to stop so much. All right, we're back on trail. Go ahead, Ange. Come on. Come on, Angela. All right, so we're coming up on the home stretch. I'm definitely about a half mile away from the car. Angie's doing great. She definitely has gotten more comfortable with just walking with me, which is really, really good. Because when she's running up and down the trail a little bit, it worries me if something like, you know, a quad or a dirt bike, and I can't get her back to me quick enough just by calling her. It scares me a little bit. But now, maybe because of all of the noise and everything, she's sticking right next to me all the way through the second half of this trip, and getting better at just like walking alongside me. So that's really nice. And then this was a really nice trail, you know, even with the noise and the quads and the dirt bikes. Like, it was very scenic. It has a lot of ups and downs for Houston, so that's really nice. It wasn't just a straight flat shot. And I'm definitely feeling it in my legs. I mean, I ran a little bit just so that I could catch up on some time, but yeah, this is an awesome trail. Alright, that's going to end the video today. Segment 5, a lot of fun. Once you get into the back area, past where all the dirt bikes and the quads will go. And then there was that creek trail that was right there. So if I ever come back again, I'm going to make sure that, you know, I pack pretty heavily and be able to stay out for the night, which will be a lot of fun. And Angie's doing a lot better with going on the hikes with me. She's right over there, kind of just walking around the outside area. But see you next time.